Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another live stream on twitch.tv/Asuma. Ollie95XZ is here with the bananas at the beginning. Also, Dark Samus, I Love Cats, The Royal Quartet, Jay's on Fire, Alien Explorer, Jolkip, James B. Drew 27, Jet P says this is a troll. Thanks for the troll. Meg Splat, J Spencer 6123, Epic K90, Lenrock89, Butterboy 184, Toby Bennett 22, and Tasserod. Thank you for all the bananas, really do appreciate that. Ollie once again being the first person with the bananas every time. I swear, I swear. A lot of you seem to really enjoy the pre-stream song today. Lots of people saying, oh, I like this one. Opeth is the name of the band. Harvest is the name of the song from the album Blackwater Park. Amazing record. A really amazing record. Wow, that music is really loud. I forgot to turn it down. There we go, it's been turned down. But Spring says this is pretty cool. I'm glad you think this is cool because all we're doing is standing here, staring at this screen, chatting about stuff and things. Lord Bozo, don't know if you're here yet, but thank you for subscribing to the channel. Lord Bozo subscribed yesterday. Tasserov is here, resubscribing for 3 months in a row. And Martin, Mistboy89, resubscribing for 6 months in a row, half a year. Thank you so much for the support, appreciate it. And Butterboy says, hey X, it's my first live stream. Welcome. I don't know why my brain said last then. I was recording a video earlier. Also, Dark Samus is hyped for Stellar Drone. Yes, today we're listening to Stellar Drone of Lithuania. I felt like listening to some spacey ambience music. I'm in that kind of mood. I feel like going to the stars, man. Let's do it with the music. No. What was I talking about before this? Jeez, my brain. I was recording earlier. It's amazing how much I go to say something and my brain gives me a different word. Like, it is ridiculous. There was some serious swapping around of words. At one point I said, I think I was doing the end of the video, and I said, and if any of the videos you've seen in this video interest you, you can go to the links for the description box. And I was like, what? Why did they get swapped around? Except it was slightly more ridiculous than that. Nazca Boy says, Assume, what's the best way to talk to Scar and Cleo about Twitter? Comments, see if they have a contact email. You just have to try things. Bookmaster says, I'm Lithuanian as well. Awesome. Well, we're listening to music from your native country. And we got another resubscribe. 9 months in a row from James B. Drew 27. Thank you for the resubscribe, buddy. Appreciate that. And 3 months in a row from the Random Gamers 145 saying resub hype. This has solved a world of problems for me, people. If you could hear the burp, then I'm very sorry. I tried to keep that one down. This has solved a world of problems for me. A world of them. Like, stuff just worked since I've changed that around. I've been working on a project. You can consider this a hint. You can consider this a glimpse to what Asuma might be doing. Stuff with carpets. I mean, geez. What could that mean, right? Don't read into it too much or we'll be here all day. Headless PYN says, will he play vanilla later? I will probably not, my friend, by the way. If you're talking in chat, you are talking to me. I can't read every message, but just to let you know. Hi. I generally just stream the one thing when I stream. That's kind of how I roll, you know. Erin the Elf says, if you can't see, do a refresh. Just had that issue myself. Yeah, if you're not watching the stream right now, if it's not loading for you, let me give you the instructions on what to do. Just refresh the stream. Now you'll understand. Yeah, no one who needs that message can hear it right now. Jeez. Mr. Trendkill, Netherbricks, and Camo J arriving in chat with some bananas. Thank you for letting me know that you're live, or I'm live, and that you can see us. We've been live for a while. Let's go. Let's go Tesco. I think we can just go straight... now you guys are going to get a spoiler. Possibly. If you've got eagle eyes. No eagle eyes for you. We're going to this place, I believe. Bam. No spoilers for you. Digger says, first time in stream. Welcome to the stream, buddy. Thanks for choosing to come along. Yeah, if you haven't seen this project yet, well, spoilers. We're going to be working on this today. You're going to see how it gets done. Martin Mystery Boy says, half a year already. I started for 2 days ago. Jeez, really? Twitch be twitchy then. Look, this works. This thing works. Usually I have loads of trouble getting this stuff to come up. We need to go to Sandstone and pick out the blocks that we were working with, which was the big tile. We're going to need so much more of those. We're going to need to auto-craft a lot of sand, actually. Let's whack some of these out. That'll probably do for now. We'll take all of that sandstone. The other stuff we were using was basalt. I am completely unprepared for this one. How can I make a trash can in vanilla Minecraft, says Marma63. With a little bit of redstone, a chest maybe, some lava, a dispenser, a few things, maybe a hopper as well. Alien Explorer says spoilers or it didn't happen. Let's just say it didn't happen, but when you see the video you'll know that it did. Right, we're going to need a lot of that as well. We might run low on basalt today. We might run out even. This power place is looking awesome, says CreeperFan73. Thank you, I'm glad you like the look of it. For me, it feels like... It felt like doing something that was in my head here was going to be easy because of the void, but I've quickly learned that's not the case. I'm going to open my window a second. It is ridiculously warm in here, I've just realised. And I need to let a little bit of cold air into the room. Otherwise I might pass out. It is ridiculously warm. So we got a resubscribe from Hyperniver for 3 months in a row, saying first stream recorded in a while, can't wait to see the derp in action, thank you. And Smartin1018 is here resubscribing for 7 months in a row, saying, I haven't been able to watch a stream since August, so glad I could catch this one, keep up the great work. Well, I'm glad you're here as well, man. I hope you enjoy it, of course. X, will you revisit Doom and try to find me, says it's AAA Gaming. I'm probably done with Doom. Do you know what? I really wanted to keep playing it, but as soon as I have that lapse, you know, where I stop like playing for a bit, then I'm kind of done with a game, you know, like that's the sign. All right. Oh, I guess I was just thinking I haven't seen like that sort of curve before, but then of course it gets bigger each time. So if you're watching wondering what's going on, we're building a mega structure, and the way that we build it is by putting blocks down like this. It's kind of tedious. So I'm here to chat with you guys today. Today I want to do a deep stream. I've been having thoughts and feelings lately, like always. And there was something I wanted to get off my chest. And I was literally thinking of it about half an hour ago, and now I've forgotten. So if you guys want to chat, you want to open up the floor for some convo, then feel free to do so. Dave Strider from Homestuck says, X-Play Astroneer. I'm probably not going to. I think I missed my opportunity to do that, and I still don't know if I can actually record it or not. Unfortunately for me, I can't seem to record it without my mouse going all over the place, which kind of sucks. Tuxedo Cat says, "Woo, deep stream." Deep stream indeed. I'm trying to avoid like my own, let's say, train of thought a little bit lately. Like I'm trying to hear more of what other people have to say. So, but that'll probably be that's a thought in my head. That'll probably be gone in no time. You guys will get me waffling on. How long do you think you will stream, X? Says Darkstone. I want to stream for at least an hour and a half today, but it will depend on how I feel, because right now I'm really warm. I kind of knew I'd feel warm. I need to get this window a little bit further open, I think. Get a bit of a breeze coming in here. So it's very cold outside, yet my room heats up in the day, and I always feel hotter as soon as I start standing up and streaming. I think that's because standing up takes more energy than sitting down, and now I'm doing the talkings, aren't I? Weirdo Andy says, let's talk about celebs and death. We can talk about that, sure, because there have been a lot of deaths in the news. Obviously, it's always sad and tragic. What I find strange, though, is as I get older, it's in a way it's less shocking. Not to be desensitized from it, but you know it's coming. And there's this sort of theory I've heard lately is that we're coming into a generation where people are more known about now, more connected to, you know, like Star Wars is a massive thing. So many people know of the Star Wars cast, and the various people involved are getting on a bit. And the idea is that I think it's got something to do with the baby boom, that we'll see more familiar names in the coming years because we know about more people from this era. And maybe then, let's say 10-20 years from now, people are so connected on Twitter and they know all these different names from YouTube. Like, the internet will keep you in touch with people, and it may be very different 10-20 years from now. It might be like every day there's someone you know about who's passed away. I mean, it sounds a bit grim, but I guess I'm being a little bit analytical about it, right? Yes, Carrie Fisher died yesterday. Also, 2 other people who are well known. Not known to me, so I couldn't recite the names to you, but I read on a website there have been a couple others as well. It just feels all so tragic, doesn't it? All these famous people passing away, but the reality is we know more about more people on the planet right now. What do you think about cheese, says even Minecraft Games. I love it, it tastes great. Probably shouldn't eat too much of it, or you might put on a bit of a belly. I try to avoid a fair bit of cheese, although to be fair I haven't been too good lately, because I literally had cheese in my sandwich earlier. So I can't say much at all, can I? Is this the right one? When I place that there, it's all going to disappear, by the way. Bam. But that's fine, because we got the base bit in. And yes, this kind of looks like Neapolitan ice cream. I think that's a good thing, you know, to be reminded of ice cream. I got a tea reminder from Primed Pixel there. Thank you. I think we need another 5 minutes on it. 5 minutes and then it's all good. Dark Samus says Eternity, my favourite Stellar Drone song. Could you listen to it for Eternity? That is the real question. I mean, if you're going to call a song Eternity, you better be able to listen to it for such. I'm joking. I just realised I made the circle go around the whole way, but there's a cut-off point here where we do things differently. Also, is that... Yeah, that's one as well. I think we should do the same thing here, by the way. Oh my goodness me, I'm supposed to make an obelisk that will stop Enderman spawning here, and I think that we should do that straight away. We've done a little bit of building, let's break it up and go craft something. Crafting and building, that's modded Minecraft, isn't it? And problem fixing. Solving, I don't know. Yeah, let's head back and go make the experience. Actually no, I can make it from this machine over here. So that bad BO says, hi Assume, I hope you had a good Christmas. What did you get? I mean, I got a few things. I like, as an adult, you get some useful things like deodorant and clothes, and there was nothing where I could be like, whoa, I got a bike. Do you know what I mean? Like, actually, I got a freezer. My parents got me a freezer. It was quite funny because they sent me on a what do you call it, like a scavenger hunt round the house looking for clues, and I just couldn't understand any of the clues. They're all like cryptic rhymes, and I'm just sitting there going, like scratching my head. Oh, it was quite funny. Hey, the thing that we want is here. Aversion obelisk, that's the one. Hi. Can we make the things? We can get that, yeah, no, okay. Maybe, no. I think we're going to have to go back to base, but we'll try and do a little bit more here. While we can, because we can make that. And then that means we can make that. Right, now those ingots that you saw should be, they're alloys. Yep, they're craftable here, so let's just ask for 10. Oops. Cancelling it. And then I think the other thing that we probably, yeah, we're going to have to go back for that, aren't we? Alright, alright. So Thomas Griller says a freezer, that's cool. Walker's Gaming says a freezer, that's cool. Like, at first I was like, oh, you know, people appreciate the freezer, and then I'm like, oh, I get it. I get it now, it's a joke. We got a new subscriber, it is Bill B21. Thank you for subscribing. I'm currently, oh, I was invisible, I've reappeared. I hope you're enjoying today's stream. DJ Dude says, wow, that freezer gives me the chills. Jeez, if Lord Bozo was right here right now, he'd be frantically scribbling down jokes, probably writing tons of his own. Pineapple Power says, X, how many derps do you predict? I predict none today. I'm really confident that we won't do a single thing wrong. Like anything at all. Nothing will go wrong today, I bet ya. Let's grab a Enderman heads. What else did we need to that thing? So, oh, water bottles, okay. Basic capacitor, some solarium, jeez. Complex. We can make basic capacitors here. We've got loads of bottles. Just give us 10 of those, bam. And there it is. Can I remember everything in one go? Note bottles. Yeah, I think that's all we need, isn't it? Weirdo Andy says, why the command to get to spawn? Because that's the way I get back from the dimension back to the base. Hi, water bottles, we got them. Camo J says, I'm so happy I got my sister's old phone and a 3DS, so excited. Wow, putting the X on it. Wow, I like that. Jeez, that's some enthusiasm right there for the cause. I Love Cat says, lol, a stream about derp is like an Iskow episode without any G's. Yeah, it literally is, isn't it? That's a great comparison. Let's go over here to our... No, wrong one. This one right here. Hi. Yeah, I always wonder how it remembers where you're allowed to put things, but I think you'll probably find you're never allowed to put Solarium on the bottom. Sweaters JPEG says, no derps, that's unheard of. Ollie95 is here with a tea reminder. Thank you, my friend. I'm going to have a sip of the tea. That's really nice. That's an English breakfast. We're about 16 minutes into the stream. It's been sitting still for about 20 minutes. It's good. It's very good. As Triple A Gaming says, I got Overwatch for Christmas. It's extremely good. Again, representing the X. Appreciate that. Put it in everything. Put it in everything. You know, when you wake up in the morning, and what the first words you'd say in the morning? It just occurred to me that you don't get out of bed and go, "Hello, world." Oh. Super Bunny Blob says, is Ollie95 secretly Mumbo? He could be. He is another Ollie, isn't he? Okay, we'll take that. We also need an Enderman soul vial for it, which I happen to have plenty of if I type the right thing. Excellent. Let's go through. Erin the Elf says, I am excited to wake up today. Yes, I love it. Imagine that. First thing you do, you sit upright. And you say, I am excited. That guy looks slightly angry for a second there. We're going to put this thing in the middle as a temporary home. Oh! He was excited. Jeez! Why are you so excited, man? Get away from me. Hi. This thing needs power as well, and probably an upgrade. Let's give it an Enderman. Let's grab an upgrade and a dimensional transceiver. We can craft those from over here now, by the way. Yes, please craft me one. I keep expecting it to mess up and not work, but it never seems to. And capacitors, we'll take one of those. Bam. That might take a second. I am never... Excuse me. Erin the Elf says, I am never actually excited to get up. Some days I am, some days I'm not, but generally I just try and drag myself out of bed. Tuxedo Cat says you're assuming that we're all excited. There you go. Okay, let's put this thing in. Oh, jeez, he's still there. Get away, you scamp. Right. Now we just need the dimensional transceiver. Oh, the X-puns are real. Panda Cub says, what do you give a cannibal who is late for dinner? The cold shoulder. That's a good one. I like that one. Gee, yes! Fall into the void. Because you suck. You suck, buddy. Leave us alone. Hi, where's my dimensional transceiver? Don't tell me it'd be stuck now. It's probably stuck. We actually have a... Ooh, where did I put it? A crafty one? This one? Hi. It doesn't want to get in touch with whatever's going on here. Wireless transmitter. This doesn't work either. I don't know why. For a second there, I thought the other one worked. I guess it could go in that space actually. Now, is it taking its time, or is it going to make another one? Okay, back to spawn. Lil Dale says music's slightly too loud. Maybe it is. Maybe it is. I'll tone it down a touch. Only a tiny bit. What's the best way to get energy in this mod pack, says Connor? I don't know. I'd recommend the solar panels. It's worked for me. Netherbrick says, every time I hear Asuma say scamp, I think for a second, did he just cuss? What does scamp sound like? I'm not sure. I'm not sure what swear word that supposedly sounds like. It's AAA Gaming says, I just realised that not only has X never shown his face, but Minecraft skin doesn't show his face either. That's sort of true, isn't it? What's this? What? Why? And you'll never see that again. Bam. Okay, let's go over here. Yeah, no, there. That's where we want to go. What's the matter? Ender resonator. Machine is in use. Hi, let's go find out why. It sounds like skank, says Diamond Slayer. Is skank a swear word? I guess it's used in a mean way most of the time, right? But I wouldn't say it, well, I don't know, maybe skank is a swear word for some people. Jeez, am I swearing right now? Oh no. Oh no, 101 comments. 101 comments. Where is it getting stuck? I do not know. I guess we'll have to make it manually. Kind of getting sick of running up and down and around here now. Walker's Gaming says Purple Power Ranger in the house, in the house. Okay, let's go to this one. There it is. Craft that, please, and you're missing the fuse quartz and the ender resonator. Now it should be able to make that in theory. Like, why not? It's going to make me do it, isn't it? It's going to make me do it. This is what I spend a lot of time doing when I play this game. Is coming up here and crafting things. It drives me mad. Okay, and the other one was like an energetic alloy, I think. Nope, it would be a vibrant alloy. So, yep, that should do it. X, can you... Oh, I've been asked to say that exact phrase before, Mortix, and I forget what it means, but I'm not going to say it. Skank is a curse word in North America, says petrifying fear of fire. Petrifying fear of fire, got it. Well, okay. To me it's not, I don't know. To me it's not. So we'll chuck that thing in, it's going to make it. So why did it get stuck on the quartz one? Because look, quartz is over here. And this is in furnace mode. It's not getting any power, that's interesting. I mean, why would it? There's nothing to power it. But even then, it's still got enough power to do some more. Is this actually part of the system? No, it would be, because it connects through that way. That is odd. Tuxedo Cat says it's not a curse word, just a rude word. Okay. I mean, that's a bit weird. Like, that should work, surely. Let's get it to just make some fused quartz. So oh, that's quite clear glass. So, fused. Apparently that's not how you spell it. Ooh. Oh no, we wouldn't do it that way. Wait, how would I do this? Craft, there you go. So make me a stack. Start. And this thing should fire. And it does. But it didn't do it before. Now it's making silicon. Oh, okay. Why is it not making the proper stuff? Because it's in furnace mode. Does it have to be in a different mode to do that? If we put it into alloys mode, what's it going to do? Nothing. No, look at that. It does have to be in alloys mode. That's really weird. It didn't work when it was on the other one. Huh. Let's put that back to furnace only. So when it was over here, it always seemed to lock up, and I thought it was because the other way around. Well, I guess that one's busy. Let's grab some quartz and do it manually. Hi, that's not how you spell quartz. Wouldn't you leave behind one? I don't know. Maybe that's why there's always something left behind. Let's just watch it and see what it does. Furnace model says Martin. Sorry, furnace mode says Martin. It's in alloys only. That's when it works. Furnace mode turns it into silicon. Well, curse words are like art. They depend on the eye of the beholder, says Bookmaster. Yep, absolutely. I like that. That's a quote. Bam! Noise in me ear. We'll check that in a second. Right, it leaves 4 behind. Usually these things leave 2 behind, which I always find a bit bizarre. It's going to left nothing there. Well, fair enough. I mean, it's done now. Let's get it to make the dimensional transceiver already. what we can. Oh, it's made it. What? It's eventually made it. We got a noise in me ear, a resubscribe here. Zapdos26 for 18 months in a row. That's a year and a half. Thank you so much, buddy. I really appreciate that epic support. I hope you're still enjoying the streams. And Sally Ann is here, resubscribing for 20 months in a row. Can you believe it? Saying Happy New Year, X. Thanks for the great content. Keep it up, please. I will. I will definitely keep it up. Looking forward to the new year myself. It's going to be good. Zactor78 is here, resubscribing for 6 months in a row. Half a year, saying 6 months. Time flies. It sure does. Sure does. Micromunda says, any reason why I can't announce my resub for the 24th? I do not know why. It's the 28th today. That would probably be why, actually. Okay, let's go place that there. And let's add boom 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 solar. We're still working on the old solar channel, so this should stop them from spawning now. And it's got that range 160. Wow! So the capacitor upgrade does a good job there. Let's fly this way for a bit. We've got a donation here, noise in the ear from Ponybutts, saying taking a break from the suffering that is Sans to eat and watch you for a bit. Although I miss hearing his fight music. It's amazing. Is that Undertale? I was watching a little bit of that, Pony. Oh, I've angered them. Let's go back. Those boss fights looked really difficult. I could never do all of that, like, micro maneuver kind of stuff. All the little jumps and things you got to do. So fiddly. But appreciate the support as always, Pony. I hope you enjoy your break from the game. We're going to be doing some building. And this area now doesn't have Enderman in it, which is great. That means we can remove a lot of the glass that's here. Because I think it kind of spoils the look a little bit, actually. Even though it's minimal, this stuff needs to go, you know? That's what we're going to do. Get rid of it. Right now, because there's no Enderman to spawn here. Woohoo! It's great. Mr. Theo says, you should be clearing the bedrock from the bottom of your Guardian farm. No. I'm not doing that. I know you guys like to see me do a grind, but the grind grinds you down as well. There's only so much grinding you can do, and that one, like all the bedrock I was planning on removing in there, that kind of wore me down a little bit. Just doing the beacons was pretty crazy. Like, it takes over an hour to do a small section, and I couldn't do that, you know. My enthusiasm isn't there for that. It's got to be simpler. We got a donation. Sorry, no, we got a resubscribe for 6 months in a row from Tree, saying half a year and back and already to go for even longer. Awesome. Welcome back. Well, wait, back and ready. I got confused. It happens. Appreciate the resubscribe though. Thank you. Ponybutts says, "Wait, you were watching me?" Haha. Yeah. I open up my little raid channel so I can raid the hermits if they're streaming, and I put yours on since you were streaming before I got ready. Dark Samus says, I managed to beat Sans and actually became quite proficient at the fight, but then I stopped playing Undertale and I couldn't quite make it after picking up the game again. Yeah, that's what happens with a lot of things, isn't it? You got to keep the skill going. If a video has a grind in it, I click away, says Lukey 2016. I can understand that. I'm similar. I watch a lot of well, I guess stuff that's got like that kind of feat in it is more interesting to me, but when you've done a lot of grinds, some of them just start to lose, you know, their worth, so to speak. And lowering it all to just move that Ender Guardian down, that's just too much for me. I mean, you're looking at a, I don't know, maybe a 20, 30 hour job, and I'm not sure it would look that great after. I don't think it's worth it. Digger says, how to get RF in early game. I don't know. Maybe go watch my series and see how I got power. I can't remember. I am not so great at the modded. Okay, so this one we got glass. Then we have, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and we're level with that. So it'd be 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. So if I go to this height, level with that, 1, 2, 3, 4, then we're good. Hey, we can do the same thing again over here. So at this height, we're going to remove those, and then them. Are we one higher, or are we the same? We're the same. Wait, something is horribly wrong here. Oh my goodness me! I think I've built this circle are the wrong bit. The reason it was forward a little bit is because that's where that was supposed to go. Why? Why do I always make these mistakes and never notice them until it's too late? Jeez. Oh. Oh, that's sad. So those blocks that I mined a moment ago, that's where this was supposed to be. Oh, I don't know what to say. So there is a gap of 1, 2, 3 between it. 1, 2, 3. So that one will be there, I guess, somewhere there. Is there really a gap here of 3? 1, 2, 3, bam. Yes, there is. Oh, man. Android B7 says first derp. No! No, this is not the first derp of the stream. This is a previous derp coming back to haunt us. Come on now, guys. You know I don't derp on stream. Seriously. Think about it. We made this derp a long time ago. This ain't no new thing. Okay, so once again, it's 4 blocks. If I go 1, 2, 3, 4, yeah, you need to be 1 lower. So that's where it starts. Right. So, yikes. Everything I did needs to come down by 1 block. I'm still seeing derp faces in chat. Fa4Z says, derp, you said you will not derp. I won't, man. I didn't derp. This is a previous derp, you know. Lukey Luke says derp alert. There's no derping happening here, man. I'm telling ya. Like, the derp happened ages ago. I just didn't notice that I derped. Like, not my fault. Jeez, who do you think I am? Right, let's go and reduce the number a little bit. So we take this thing out. Oh my god, we fall to our death. No, we don't. And then we reduce this. I think that might do it. 67. Have you practiced flying anymore, X? Says Aaron the Elf. Flying like this or flying on Hermitcraft? That is the question, isn't it? I think we need to go in another couple of blocks. Maybe you need to double that number. So let's go for 63 on each. That looks better. No, it's off. It was 65. Megsplat says pre-derp derp. Jeez, thanks. So pre-derp. Block M Minion says, come on guys, fix your derp alarms. Your derp alarms derped. That's what happened right there. You got too excited for the derp. You didn't realise it wasn't actually one. Okay. Let's go over here. Yeah, that looks good. If that were 1 block lower though, it means I could just put the this stuff on at the bottom. So we'll go and do that. Bam, and make it appear. Apparently there's 1,100 peeps watching, as GuyI56 has pointed out. Thank you everyone for tuning in. Hope you're enjoying the stream today. I'm having a good time. Sounds like Slipgate. I'm having a really good time. Oh, always got to be having a good time. I mean, why anything else? Where are the moderators at, says a block in the stars? I don't know. I'll have to tell them you're missing them. They'll be pleased to hear that. The music has stopped, has it not? Anyway, we need a topic. We need a talking point. That's what I asked for earlier today. Can't all be derps and werps. We got to have our subject matter today. You made my day when you read my comment. Thank you, Asuma. Plus T reminder says that. Bad BU. Oh, thank you for the T reminder. Megsplat says, I love the blue colour from the guides. It's nice, isn't it? It's actually really nice. It would fit in this dimension quite well. Dark Samus says, I have watched a video today where some guy walked around the west coast of California and asked people about important events in America's history. Most of these people couldn't name the year of the Independence Day of the country we liberated ourselves from. That's fascinating, but I don't think that's too terrible. Like, when you watch videos like that, remember, they can cherry pick the results. Like, they might have walked up to more people that did know, but they'll show you the ones that didn't. I'm not saying they did that, I'm just saying that's a possibility. But that's kind of how it goes now. A lot of people go off of feelings, don't they? They go off of intuition or instinct, as opposed to hard facts. Because people will tend to tune out facts that don't support their theories. Which everyone's guilty of doing. I'm guilty of doing that. Jeez, of course I am. Everyone is. How are we doing on blocks in our inventory? We're doing good. I want to make sure we got space, because I was removing glass earlier. I say earlier, I mean, like, you know, when I was recording the episode. And is Is this at the... Yeah, this is at the right height. And what did I do? Jeez, I can't remember what I did now. Oh well. Pineapple Power says, X, I love your music channel. I'm glad you do. I want to start writing music again. I've been playing guitar. I downloaded this little app to help me look at scales on a fretboard on like the app, so I could play it on the guitar. And then I pressed the screen by mistake and it made a noise, and I realised that I could press the strings and it would play the note. And so then I started writing some melodies on it, and before you know it, I was starting to write a song, and geez, I need to get back into doing that. That's what I'm about, right? Okay, there we go. So now we can actually do this next bit that I was trying to do. 1, 2, 3, 4. That would go there, like a so. Like a so. Oops, there we go. Right, we'll do this side next. Swine Killer says, X, make the topic for today's stream animals. We could do that. I've been watching some documentaries on Netflix about animals and humans, and fascinating stuff. Animals are beautiful out in the wild. Like, they're incredible. I was watching something about... Well, the series that I was watching was more oriented... It's like a nature program that's oriented around people. It's like showing you different cultures and how they interact with the world. So the animals were sort of always secondary to whatever the people were doing. And there was this one tribe that lived with monkeys, right? They ate monkeys, they hunted and ate monkeys, but they also raised monkeys as pets. So when they killed a monkey for food, if it had any children, they would raise it as a pet, which is incredible. And they're all going around the village with little monkeys sitting on their heads, and it's just the most adorable thing you've ever seen. Little baby monkeys, just like, like I'm sure that would probably annoy you after a while, but I think everyone's got a little bit of like that inside them. Like, they'd love a little cute monkey sitting on their head. Like, you're just working, you're like, oh, I need a pencil. Little monkey just gives you a pencil. Cheers, mate. Oh, that'd be great. What's your favourite animal? Says Damien and X-Trace. I don't have a favourite. I kind of love them all. I think they're all great. In the thing I was watching though, they had tarantulas that were the size of a dinner plate. And that freaked me out. I'm not scared of spiders, but that freaked me out. I thought, if I saw that in my room, I wouldn't be in my room. I'd be down the street. I'd be climbing up a lamppost. Do you know what I mean? I'll be out of there so quick you wouldn't even know. The cheetah is almost extinct. Apparently in 50 years they may become extinct, says Anonymous. Yeah, I think the tragedy in that is that we're aware it's our activity on the planet that is causing these things to happen. But creatures going extinct, and you know, that's part of life's cycle. If you believe in evolution, it's quite a beautiful thing. Let's say that you don't, because there'll be some people that don't watch him. But if you understand the concept, and like you don't believe it, surely you'll be able to like appreciate how an incredible like thing it is that, like, I don't know, you can get real like into it and just understand that what's happening out there is like this constant cycle that just spins around. And that Cyan Gaming says, my favourite animal is a narwhal. I've got a feeling that you said that because you knew that would get my attention, because that is from the same series where they show you them hunting the narwhal. That's cool. That's cool. Or maybe it's not. If it's not, it's a wonderful coincidence. That Bad BU says, have you watched Planet Earth 2? I have not. I'm going to wait until it comes out on Blu-ray. In fact, someone should tweet me saying, go look it up and see when the release date is, because I'm going to forget. I keep meaning to look it up, and I keep forgetting. That is 4 blocks, yep. Yes, I want to watch it on Blu-ray on my telly, like really get the most out of it. Al Sanders says, have you seen Cowspiracy? I believe I've seen it a long time ago, and I want to watch it again just to see if it's the same one that I watched before. I really like this comedian. What's his name? Azanzi, is it? Or something like that. And he really tries to work in the whole vegan, vegetarian thing into his comedy routine. I felt it was a little bit much maybe for most people. But I like the way that he says that, like, at the moment this stuff is like this obscure documentaries, some footage of what's going on in a factory, and that he really wants He really wants that to become like a government investigation. Like it needs to get official, you know. Like there needs to be reports made on this stuff, and things need to change. I think that was a really good point to make. That a lot of people aren't comfortable with learning from like obscure documentaries and taking their words from it, you know. Diamond Slayer says British accents are cool. Thank you. I have a British accent. Apparently that is cool. I'm thankful, I guess. X, if someone noticed you in real life, what would you do? Says Guy I56. I would immediately start talking with a Russian accent and asking for directions, and they'll be like, oh, I thought that was, oh, someone here must have sounded like that guy. Now, oh, jeez, now when you meet some Russian guy who's asking for directions, you're gonna know. Damn it, I've blown my cover again, haven't I? Jeez. When will I learn? Let's go like that. Bam, excellent. And then we can just line up the second one, nice and easy. 1, 2... Ah, we're out of blocks! Oh no, I was in the middle of counting. We're going to run out of basalt so quick. So quick. Sophie Cool says, do you eat animals, X? I would if I was starving, but I can get by without eating them, so that'll do. Planet Earth 2 in Blu-ray for £20. What? It's on Blu-ray already! Yes! I am going to run to the shops tomorrow and buy that. I could actually do that. No, I probably couldn't. I'm probably not at the fitness to run to town and back again, but I could certainly run there. I could do a one-way trip. Anyway, it's too cold to run today. If it's anything like it was today tomorrow, I will have to pass on running. It can be dangerous to run when it's really cold. Megsplat says, X's accent is cool. I'm British, but I sound terrible. Oh, geez, don't say that about yourself. To someone else, you might sound golden. Right, let's grab these things right here. And we are really running low on that basalt. I think I made this stuff out of basalt as well, which is good and bad, because it matches, but we kind of, like, need more basalt right now. Let's chisel it all. And get back to building. X, do you watch Jacksepticeye? I don't really watch him, but he's someone who like I'm subscribed to, and like maybe occasionally I'll tune in and see what he's up to. But I like that guy. He seems very genuine with his positivity, which is not always the case, you know. I think it's good to have like genuine people on YouTube. PewDiePie is another one of those guys I've always thought was genuine. As a bloke at the top, he can easily get a lot of hate, you know. Like people are like, oh, this guy He's doing so good on YouTube, therefore he must be rubbish or something. I don't know how that logic works. But I always thought he was pretty funny, and, well, he can be funny. Some of his stuff, not so keen on, like, the screamy stuff, but, hi, we're doing this wrong. But yeah, he just seems like a genuine person, you know. X, do you like rain, says Jaden Zombie Slat. I love the rain when I'm not in it. Does anyone think Welsh accents are cool? I have one, says Blockhead Minion. I like Welsh accents. I've always liked the Welsh accent. Just, I don't know, just, it sounds nice. Speaking of dangerous running, early this fall, around 15 girls on the cross-country team passed out from heat exhaustion. Jeez, that's mental. You're clearly not in the UK where it's freezing cold. Although maybe it's possible to get heat exhaustion when it's cold. That doesn't sound right, does it? Surely that's because it's hot. But then you get hot when you run. The world is a confusing place. I don't see how PewDiePie can be funny, says Martin. Just go check out some of his recent stuff. I'm trying to think of one of the things that cracked me up. Like a lot of his is like, let's say, what would you call it? Like satire on YouTube? Maybe it's satire, like where he's sort of sarcastically poking fun at things that happen on YouTube. And I guess I'm probably on his side of the fence when it comes to opinions. Like, there are particular people in the whole scene of drama that I don't particularly like because they spread drama. I feel like drama's a corrosive thing. Like, it spreads a bad way of thinking about other people and talking about them. I think it's bad to talk about other people, which is essentially what we're doing now. But, you know, like, I think it's bad to slag people off, so to speak, because everyone's human, right? Everyone's like underneath the hood. We're all sort of similar in a way, and these drama channels kind of make a living off of creating beef and going back and forth with people. And I feel like that stuff's just, I don't know, like it feels like we could be doing something better with our time, you know, rather than gossiping. And I guess PewDiePie and people like H3H3, they fall on the side that criticizes all of it, right? But by criticizing it, they also become part of it. So it's a bit of a yin-yang thing. So that's probably why I prefer those sorts of people on YouTube, you know. Nick Nasty TV says Planet Earth 2 is still airing here in the US. How could the BR be out already? Well, I've grown up from like where you had to wait a year for something to come out on VHS to then like half a year on DVDs, and then I've seen Blu-ray. Some people are like, VHS, shut up, what are you on about? Then to like Blu-rays, you see things come out within a month of it being on the telly or in the cinema. I guess that's just like the cycle of things happening, getting faster. You know, production becomes easier. Demand, I don't know, there's more wealth for people to buy these things. I don't know what particular factors determine it, but it's just the way things go, I guess. They come out faster and faster. Okay, so now we line that one up with that. 1, 2, 3, 4. Bring it across. And we're golden. T1 Moki says, I've never watched anything by PewDiePie. Well, if you want to go check him out, why not? I think sometimes we assume because this person is, you know, the biggest on this platform, must mean that we couldn't like it because, I don't know, for whatever reason. Wolfboy Gaming says, and I will just break this block and then read the message. X, I need you to advise my mum was going on about me about something. Then I was shouting, and me and my brother were fighting. And after that, my mum wanted my table, laptop, and phone. But I took a coat and my phone and key, and now I'm sitting outside. What should I do? And I'm English, so it's about 7:10. What should I do now? I think you should go in, apologise to your mother, and do whatever she asks of you. You know, she's the person who's brought you into this world. She deserves a lot of respect for that. And you're probably going to feel a bit gutted now because you might get grounded or punished. But you know, like if you and your brother are fighting, that's going to be hassle for your mother, and you should find the best way not to fight with your brother, because that's your brother, you know. A lot of people in the world might not have a brother. I don't have a brother. I mean, like, that's someone who's close to you. You always want to be able to get on with them, you know. And that might be difficult sometimes. Danielle says, but they're not getting any cheaper in some occasions. Like for anime, €40 for 3 to 4 episodes, kind of harsh. Well, don't buy it then. Like, you remember, you have power as a consumer to speak with your wallet, so to speak. Like, I don't buy things that have excessive packaging. If I spot that the product I'm about to buy has excessive packaging, I generally steer clear of it and go with something different. There are things like that you can do. You know, if they're going to charge you what feels like really unfair price for something, then don't buy it. You know, you may think it sucks to miss out on it, but there's a lot of stuff out there in the world you can spend your time watching. Like, I used to watch a lot of YouTube. It was free. Like, you know, free, man. Just watch YouTube. And then I guess I kind of get a bit tired of watching YouTube. So now I've gone for Netflix. And for the amount you pay a month, £7.50, the amount of watch time I get, like, I don't sit and watch a ton of stuff, but I really feel like I get my money's worth. Let's say there's another subscription service, costs you £50 a month, like, that's kind of what, like, regular TV charge you, you know, you get several channels and you end up paying, like, 50, 60 quid a month for them, and you hardly watch them, and it's just not worth the money, you know. That's how you got to think. Just be smart with your money. There's lots of things out there that you can entertain yourself with. It doesn't have to be one specific thing. And, you know, because if you're thinking, oh, it doesn't have to be this one specific thing that I want to watch, then, you know, you're going to find ways to save money and get value out of the money that you have. Qubit the Main says, so much valuable advice. Oh, I'm glad you feel that way. Not everyone would agree, but if someone does, I mean, that's nice. Splitters JPEG says, have you heard of CGP Grey? His essays are absolutely brilliant. I have, and I've been meaning to go look up one of his. Oh, this is going to bring me back to the thing I wanted to talk about. Excellent. Lukey says, Tango is live on Beam. X if you have a Beam account, radio stream. Thank you for letting me know, my friend. I believe there are no moderators here. Guys, when we get near the end of the stream, you have to remind me to go and raid Tango. It's on a different platform, but I think it'd be really great if we went over there and send some love to our buddy Tango. Yeah, so right, two things. First of all, we're going to sip a cup of tea, then we're going to talk about CGP Grey. Actually, no, we're also going to catch up on noises in my ear, because there's loads of them. There's actually, I think I've missed them for like 20 minutes straight. Jeez, I'm terrible. Oh my god. Zenobia Vane says, when you have little kids, Netflix is great because they can watch cartoons with no commercials. Absolutely, that's really great. I think young people especially should be shielded from some types of advertisement. When I watched Nickelodeon as a kid, that used to be the big kids channel. Every advert was for finance. It was loans, cheap deals, and it's like, why are they targeting kids? Because they're the most impressionable. Get them while they're young, basically, is what they were thinking. Why did I walk over here? What do I need now? I need purple. Purple means we go in this direction. Right, time to catch up with messages, then we will come back to CGP Grey and the thing that I wanted to talk about. So we have... Where is it? Where is it? Jeez, I think I'm really far behind. Nico Jump Cannon resubscribing for 4 months in a row saying, Asuma, thank you for all you do. I always appreciate how mindful you are and how much work you put into your content. Well, thank you for the lovely message, buddy. Thank you for 4 months of support. Sorry, that was 20 minutes ago. JM Brock 1985 is here with a donation saying, hope you have experienced a great New Year's. Thank you, appreciate that. I don't really celebrate New Year's. I kind of like to just go about it like it's a new day, like every day is a new day, right? So I won't be doing much for New Year's other than what I usually do, which is my little routine of YouTube and doing what I do. We got a cheer here from Eagle Fam, who's throwing bits at me left, right and centre, saying, hope you had a wonderful Christmas. I did, I really did. I love Christmas. Christmas is great. Can you tell who's been here before? There's no chorusy stuff anywhere. Appreciate that, buddy, as always. We've also got some new subscribers here. Let's scroll up. Talisis and Just have both subscribed to the channel. Thank you for your support. I really do appreciate it. I hope you're enjoying the stream. And also we have resubscribes from AMAIM81 saying thanks for having opinions of being yourself. Appreciate that. Thank you. But being yourself, it would sound kind of easy, wouldn't it? It's surprisingly difficult to get away from peer pressure and the influences of others. We've also got a resubscribe from Matty Mine Imble. Saying, yay, 2 months. Thank you for the 2-month free subscribe. Appreciate that. 3 months in a row here from Hello, it's Julia. We've got 17 months in a row from Knights Fights an Evil Genie saying hello, everyone. Hey, buddy. Welcome back. Haven't seen you in a while. Micromundo has also resubscribed for 10 months in a row. And we are now all caught up on our messages. Can you believe it? We're actually up to date right now. Amazing. I think, yeah, they're tall. You got to hang around for a moment below them and then pick up all the bits. That's how it works out here in the end. Coolio. We can get back to our topic now. Ninja says, Asuma, how do I join your Patreon? You have to go to the Patreon and sign up. Patreon.com/Asuma, I believe. And Camo J there with a tea reminder. Thank you, my friend. That Bad Bio says, I'm from Australia, but I came to England when I was 6 months, and do you watch Slipgator? Funny story for you, Slipgator is a hermit. Of course I watch him. Recorded videos with Slipgator in the past. He's part of the Hermitcraft gang, so to speak. And yeah, we are picking this stuff up. Is my magnet on? Yes, it is. Apparently M will turn my magnet on and off. Oh, look at that! Bam, hotkey. We learnt something. So yeah, going... T1 Mokies says, congrats on being caught up, X. Thank you. It feels good to be caught up on our alerts. So, going back to CGP Grey, he has this little thing, and I need to go find it and watch it again, because I heard it in the past, about, like, having a drawer of your ideas, your thoughts on the world, your things that you say and talk about to other people. And having this idea that you should always be open to being wrong, and someone being able to show you a better idea, and what you do is when you hear a better idea, when you hear something that's clearly better, then you take your idea out of the drawer and you put the new idea in. And I really like that because it uses that like analogy of having a drawer with notes going in and out to simplify an idea, which I think might be a bit difficult to grasp sometimes. I've tried to explain it before, a lot in the streams actually, about how I've got my own little quote, which is measure your own ignorance. And like in my search for, you know, what's going on in this crazy world, how can we understand what's actually wrong and right, you know, these people say this, those people say that, I realised that a lot of the human experience is about filling in the gaps. There's also a whole bunch of people saying False is live. Thank you for letting me know. Appreciate that. We're going to be raiding Tango today, though, later. So yeah, there's a lot of the human experience that is about filling in the gaps, about assumptions or gut instincts, you know, and there's other things that apply to it, like if you learn about what survival bias is or confirmation bias, it's like you'll tune out things that don't quite agree with you or agree with your opinion. And all of these things can really distort what you think is like wrong and right in the world and all that kind of stuff. And so his way of explaining it to me really like simplified a lot of the depth you could go into about all these different biases that we have and the way the brain works. Like for example, the way that the brain works is when you look at stuff, your brain focuses on the things you need to know about most. And there's been studies done where I think what they did in the 70s is they had a video of people throwing a ball back and forth to each other. There were several balls, and they asked people watching the video to focus on how many times the balls were thrown back and forth. And halfway through the video, a woman walks across from one side of the room to the other, and no one ever spots it because their brain is focusing on the balls. And so although you're looking at something, your brain is selecting the information it wants to see from that. And understanding that your brain works in that way, you can apply it to lots of things and realize where, you know, you can sort of be led on or tricked or whatever. So the Rocket Scientist TV says this is the nicest stream discussion that I have ever visited. Oh, thank you. I appreciate that. I need to make it more of a discussion. It's a bit one way at the moment. Smokey Horizon says, I hate when people ask a streamer about other streamers or YouTubers while they're streaming. Do you ask Tom Cruise about Chris Pratt at Tom Cruise's movie premiere? Then no, don't do it to streamers. To be fair, like you see, it feels a little bit rude when you're streaming and someone is talking about, oh, so-and-so's just uploaded or whatever. But I think maybe, what if that person meant no harm? Like, what if they were just excited and wanted to tell the other people in the place they were at, hey, you know, this thing's happening over there? It could sometimes just be that innocent. And so I kind of just think, you know what, I won't make a big deal out of it. VG Walrus says, X, there's a newer variant of that video, but a guy in a gorilla suit instead. Oh, that's a strange way to update it. Qbit the Main says psychology lesson. A little bit, maybe. I don't know my stuff in and out, like I'm not a professional, right? I'm sort of remembering scraps of what I've read. X, did you get your driver's license? Not yet. I'll let you know when I do, Jaden. I will let you know. Mason Smithy says, assume a void after the live stream. Can you go on your Plot World server, please, and look out for my name? It's Mason Smithy. And then you can come to my plot, please. I'm sorry, buddy, but after I've streamed today, I'm going to be exercising. I have not been able to do as much today, so I've got, like, what I have is a checklist of different exercises to do every day, so I can make sure different parts of my body have been worked out. And I haven't done as many as I usually would have by this part of the day, so yeah, I got to catch up, so to speak, so my time's kind of limited. I'm also hoping to finish editing a video that I've been editing for a few hours today, so kind of got like a lot on my plate. Eagle Fam says, I've seen that video, but it was a man in a gorilla suit that walked in between the players. What is this about the gorilla suit, man? Jeez. X, can you name all 50 states, says Creme Brulee. Someone asked me that before, and then I actually tried to name them all after, and I think I got like 12 or something. I don't want to do that right now, because I'd prefer to think about it a little bit first and then try and do it. Shazam says, when do UK people get their license? You can get your license at 17, I believe. Is the earliest age you can. Your subconscious can pick up the woman/gorilla, says Elliot. Oh, we're talking about that. Right, so someone did the thing, but with a gorilla in, yeah. Well, that's it. That's the way your brain is focusing on this task at hand. Your brain has been, like, programmed to be good at doing a task. Sometimes we think that our brain is good at seeing everything that's going on, whereas actually that's kind of not what's happening. We can free up a little bit more space here. When you realise that, you realise that the nature of reality is a little bit more interesting. It's not quite as straightforward as you think it would be. Why are they sort of like 27 each there? There we go. Let's free up more space. I want to bring loads of this stuff back. I guess we could probably throw away the Enderman heads as well. I think I've actually got a bag to put them in somewhere, so we could send even more back. Sweaters JPEG says, this is why I love CGP so Grey so much. I have lots of theories and ideas, but I'm really bad at putting them into words. But Grey seems to always have the same ideas as me, but can actually verbally present them in a really brilliant way. Sweaters, what you got to do now, because I used to feel like that. I used to feel like there were these people that can just say all this stuff that makes so much sense to me, but I can never say it. Like, and maybe now, compared to someone like him, I'm nowhere near as good at expressing stuff, but you can get better, you can learn, and the streaming has given me the opportunity to run my mouth a little bit and talk about these things. So you should think of it like, wouldn't the world be better if we could think more like that, if more of us could have these ideas? So then I take great pleasure in trying to make myself better at being able to talk about these things when other people are listening. If they want to listen, of course, which I'm hoping you want to listen right now, because if you don't, then geez, why are you here? But you could become better at it yourself by listening and taking in the things that they say and trying to do a little bit of a better job yourself. But maybe that doesn't interest you. Maybe some people are like, I don't really want to be the one that talks about it. I guess I just was and thought I should make it like a thing to try and get better at explaining and try and get better at understanding as well. Shazam says your brain is two different minds in one. Check Gray's video. I've heard a little bit about the two brain theory stuff. Yeah, I think there was someone who had like half of their brain removed and they could still live a day-to-day life. There's the brain is very mysterious. Like, statements like that, although they may be partially true to our understanding, like, we know so little about how the brain works. It's a lot of guesswork and kind of reading into what's happening when we look at brain waves. Zacta says, X, get an ender bag and link it to your input chest. Endless storage while you gather other items. That is a great idea. Do you know what? We should do that. We should get an ender link bag and link it to our storage system. Bam! That was a great idea, man. Thanks for suggesting it. Right, now we can do this for a little bit longer, I guess. Although I won't do that. I'm actually going to head back in a second, I reckon. I reckon I will. Qubit the main says you should put your food in your office hand. My office hand? Autocorrect gone wrong. I did, but I felt like it just took up too much of the screen. And because toast sandwiches are so good, you don't use them that often. I'll tell you what, while we're in this little space, let's rush around. Get them all quickly. This will be the last little bit that we do, and then head back. And we've kind of got all of it, haven't we? Quickest way back? Oh no, we haven't. Is FTV spawn? Right. Use your Enderlink bag to send the chorus fruit back to your base, says Panda Cub. We just did that, man. Did you ever sleepwalk, says Cladgy Hot. I don't think so. I don't think I was a sleepwalker. You should make a chorus fruit farm, says Random Math. I'd like to in modded. That'd be a really fun challenge. I just don't know how we'd do it. Because, I don't know, you can barely do it in... Like, you can't really automate it at all in vanilla. You can do some tricks to make it a little bit easier, but automating it, not really happening, is it? So, we might have already had a lot of this stuff in here. Did we just drop off a foul? Look, we had loads of... We didn't need to do that at all. Jeez. There's my derp. Oh no. I've derped, peeps. It's happened. I didn't even need to go do that. Well. That is bad news, I guess. Jeez, what a derp. Didn't even need to go and get all that chorus fruit. Right, I'm going to guess we're behind on messages. Or, no, actually, I think we're caught up on all our messages. Excellent. Well, for all of you people putting a derp face in chat, I was trolling you. I was trolling you, right? There ain't no derpage going on here. I was stocking up for the future, man. Stop thinking I'm a derp. I knew what I was doing. I was like, I know I got that pop chorus, but we should really stock up while we're streaming. And I want to do something simple and have a chat. See? You guys keep thinking I'm derping, but I'm not. I'm only trolling. That's all I'm doing. And you know what Fred Durst said? Keep trolling, trolling, trolling. Right, let's put these things in in our inventory. Bam. Actually, I'd like more than that, please. That is perfect. 4 stacks will be good. Evil X is in chat. Oh dear, apparently I'm Evil X right now. That might be true. Evil X is a bit of a troll, isn't he? Oh. Cladgebot says, no you weren't, lol. Hey, you don't know. You just don't know, do you? You just don't know. Oh. Right, let's go and grab that. Bam! Chisel them all. Put some things in here. We don't need the clear glass. We don't need that, that, or that. No, we need that one! I misclicked. Right. Thank you. Thank you indeed. The next thing we'll need is basalt, though. Tuxedo Cat says Fred Derp. Yeah, Fred Derp. I like it. He puts his red cap on backwards because he's a derp. You were wrong. Remember how you said you wouldn't derp? Well, you proved yourself wrong. No. That was a troll. That was a pretend derp. You see, there's a big difference between a pretend derp and a real derp. Ponybutt says, "Alright, X, thanks for the lunch entertainment. I'm going back to suthering." And don't forget to raid Tango. No one else. Yes, must raid Tango. Must raid Tango. Thanks for tuning in, by the way, Pony. Hope you enjoyed it. Deotix says, "Whoa, what's in this circle? It's amazingly, stunningly beautiful." Oh, I'm glad you like the look of it. So far, all that's in the circle is an entrance. There's literally all this is an entrance. Bam. I want this structure to get bigger and a little bit more elaborate. As I did start to talk about earlier in the stream, like I thought this would be simple. I thought it would be like, oh yeah, you know, come into the void, throw a few shapes up, and it'll look great. And quickly I learned that actually you've got to do a lot of building because you're building on a large scale. So I thought this would be easy, and it turned out to be a little bit more complicated. Kind of looks like we're all good on those fronts, and now we can go down and do the next one. So the next one will probably also have one of these little pillars. In fact, I think I might keep changing this up more and more. Like, look at the way we've got these 3 sections here. Actually, it's 2, isn't it? Oh, I wonder if the distance is the same here. What did we agree it was? 3 blocks? 1, 2, 3. So then it's 1, 2, 3, which means you'd have 1 there. It doesn't quite line up with the top bit. We could always lower this down. I don't know. I'm just thinking about adding more symmetry and things to it as it gets bigger, you know? Pack Apple Juice says, X, do you watch Filthy Frank? I do not, but I am aware of who he is. And have never really seen much of his, I think. Oh, I'm not going to read that message. That's hilarious, though. Miss says, there is for sure a faster way to build the rings auto-magically. There probably is, but I haven't figured it out because that thing that we were using does solids and not, you know, like just the ring part of it. Hi. We've also got to get rid of all of this clear glass at this level here now because it's no longer necessary. And that is going to be an absolute pain. I wish there was a way to automate that, that's for sure. Asuma, do I have to choose the 15 option? Whoa! Whoa, no, don't fall down. Yeah, you do have to choose that option to join the patron server. X, please find an interesting chat theme. Well, we had one a moment ago, I think. Feel free to suggest one, jeez. Don't be holding out on us if you've got interesting chat topics. X, do you check your business mail ever, says a Blocking Stars. Yes, I do. And it is forever bogged down by people who... I don't even know what they're up to. I got an email the other day saying, hello, Grian. And I was like, that's a great way to contact someone. Just get the wrong YouTuber, jeez. Yeah, I get tons of silly offers for like, oh, we want to... I get people that are like, oh, you know... make a video on our CSGO website and we'll give you loads of money. And I'm like, I don't play CSGO. Come on. Do your research. No, I get very little interesting offers or anything I really care for on there. It's really quite frustrating. I feel like a lot of companies just think that YouTubers want an offer and like want to just get money to do anything. It's not really like that. I've been hoping that at some point there'll be someone who comes along like, oh, Asuma, you talk about music a lot in your streams and we've got this music app that does this thing. I think you'd really like it. And I might go, oh yeah, I do actually. That's something I want to share with people. But no, same old rubbish over and over again. I generally just like flick through emails just thinking, oh, here we go. There's a lot of like, oh, join our network and we'll give you 60% of ad revenue. That's an industry standard. I'm like, no, it's not. The industry standard is you keep all of it. Oh, guys, never sign up with a network. With YouTube, you keep 100%. With a network, they're giving you 60% of I don't know how much. Like, there's some networks out there that are part of like a pyramid scheme where there's another network above them. So they say, oh yeah, you know, we'll give you like 80%, but you're getting 80% of 60% or something like that. It's a real scam. You know, if you guys think you need a network to help you on YouTube, you don't. You do not. Whoa, I thought we were falling into the void. I'm not going to do any more of this glass removal. I think it's kind of boring. And I'll save the very boring stuff for off stream. Hi, in you go. Did that stuff get saved as glass? I think it did, because there's... Wait, no. Clear glass? I've noticed this. I can never seem to find that glass in the storage system. I think it automatically changed it. By the way, we got a resubscribe for 2 months in a row from Black Alchemist. Thank you for the resubscribe. Appreciate that, buddy. Hi X, what do you think about the Vsauce Adam Savage tour? What do you think this means for YouTube's future? Says Loki Army. I think the two of them doing a tour is cool. I've noticed a lot of YouTubers starting to branch out into more traditional ways of doing things, but they're just established people, like collaborating and putting together a show. It's obviously something they're passionate about. I think if you want to talk about the future of YouTube, you probably want to talk about what kind of channels they like to promote and how they're slowly corporatizing the way YouTube looks and behaves. Like, for me, my experience of YouTube being here watching from 2006 and being participating from 2011, 2012. I'm gonna read the name here, but someone just said, why isn't XYZ on Hermitcraft? That's a question you get a lot, but it should be really obvious when the person you're talking about doesn't do Minecraft Let's Plays. Like, we're a Let's Play community. We're not going to add someone who doesn't even Let's Play to answer your question. What was I about to say? So, Ninja, I answered your question like a minute ago and the answer was yes. What was I going to say? So, if you look at the direction that YouTube's taking, it used to be like a very open platform for people to come on and put up whatever they want. And now slowly over time it seems like they steer in the direction of promoting movie trailers, you know, those recaps of those evening talk shows and things like that. Like, they have started to promote the stuff that TV has dominated, as opposed to cultivating the independent channels that it, you know, sort of gave a voice to, right? Let's go and measure this. 1, 2, 3, 4. So that's... because it's got a block underneath it, it means this is off by 1 block. I'm very glad we measured that. So this should actually be 1 block higher. Yep, I made a mistake. I think we'll double check that mistake just to make sure. So if we go to this one, stick our head there. 1, 2, 3, 4. So it's got to be the same thing again. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah. Yep, that's in the right place then. Hey X, do you know why Mumbo didn't play the Hermit UHC? No, I do not, Hellcat. Best person to ask is Mumbo. Of course, Mumbo is always invited to everything that we do as a group. Panda says you could drop a water bucket in the end to get rid of them quickly. To get rid of what quickly? Like, the Endermen are gone. Don't worry about them. Okay, we're going down here, by the way. I'm getting a little bit confused and pressing the wrong button. Well, you go where the money is, Asuma. That is what YouTube is going. You could be right. Yeah, you're probably very right. It's probably one of the things that's going to come to. I wouldn't have worded it like that, but it makes a lot of sense. Well, that was clever. What I would have said is, yeah, pretty much the same thing, but not quite in the same words. I mean, things that generate them ad revenue is what they're going to go for, because they're a business. But it's kind of sad to see them, like, turn to the TV format. You know, because that's not what put YouTube where it is. That's probably the main thing, isn't it? You know, Is like maybe they should have a little bit more loyalty to what made it unique, so to speak. Okay, let's put that in there. But they won't see it the same way, you know. Like, here's the other thing. When people talk about YouTube, they always talk about it like there's a person in YouTube that knows everything that's going on. Whereas the reality is there are different layers of groups and people that do different parts of YouTube. Like, there must be like hundreds, maybe 1,000 people behind the scenes working on YouTube. And they're all in different departments, they all have different jobs, they all see different sides of the website, and somewhere above them there's someone making decisions with an agenda on what they think is the best for it, and they're not going to see YouTube in the same way a lot of its viewers might see it. And then again, when viewers are moaning about, well, sorry, YouTubers are moaning about changes, or viewers are, you know, seeing them as well, everyone's not seeing the YouTube is broken thing. That's like part of the crowd are seeing that. They've also got a different idea of what's broken when they talk about it to someone else. So it's all a bit all over the place, you know. Are you still moving into your new house? Says Alim CD. No, I've been officially moved in for a while. Like, when I got the house, it took me, I think, like a week or two to move in, and then it was a bit like ropey in the beginning, you know, like having to pop home a lot or needing things, and then you get settled down. I've been settled down for a fair few months now. Today I was doing some more stuff for the house though, because there's still like decorating and things that need doing. Panda Cub says, have you seen Mumbo's Elytra Battle Arena on Vanilla Minecraft? I have. If you watched my latest episode, which came out today, I flew right past it and sung its praises. I thought it looked really cool. Master DJV says, I bet the reason X won't show his face is because he is a witness protection for turning on a Chinese mob boss. Thank you. Why they gotta be Chinese, man? Why they gotta be Chinese? I don't get it. Can't they just be a mob boss with no ethnicity? That would be nice. Right, let's go over here. Just continue doing this. Lokeami, oh, I said that different last time, didn't I? Says, thank you for answering. I think YouTube will have a fall in 10 or so years when Netflix and other platforms like that take over cable. It'd be interesting to see what happens. I'm not sure if Netflix would be the one to take it over. I get the impression that Netflix doesn't profit yet, like it's still just investing hefty amounts of money into TV shows. But yeah, YouTube isn't here forever, peeps. Like, it's the classic thing over and over again. Someone once said, everything that can be invented has already been invented, you know. How stupid was that to say? Someone probably said TV will never die. You know, things change, that's the nature, how it goes. Something will come along one day. And remember, YouTube has no competitor at the moment. It's possible that a competitor could emerge at some point. There's already things that a competitor could offer that would probably lure people away from YouTube, given how they can upset their creators so easily. Super Bunny Blob says, are you able to bob your Adam's apple, the bump on your neck? I don't know what you mean by bob, like intentionally move it up and down. It kind of does that when I talk. Random F says, I'm just waiting for X to mess up and redo a ring. I probably should have triple checked this before I started building, right? And if I do it wrong, it's intentional, because I'm intentionally derping today to catch you all out. Right, is this where it goes up? So I'm not sure if we actually want this one to go up and over, but we'll put the pillars there just in case that's the way that we choose to do it. And now we can start placing these below, can't we? Oh yes we can. Oh yes we can. Who just joined? Iskau, the Swedish man from Sweden. I don't know why I said it like that. Chat says oi oi. That's different, isn't it? Usually it's chat says hi. Suma, can we talk about how to get subs on YouTube, please? Says Mason Smithy. Sure, just send. Oh, hang on one sec. Sure, just send me $100 and I'll tell you how. That's a joke. Don't send me $100. The joke would then be that I tell you that you should put a little thing up on your channel saying, how to grow subs. Send me $100 and I'll tell you how. Pyramid scheme, anyone? Chat is literally saying oi oi. Did this gal say anything? Oi! I don't know. Yeah, how to get subs on YouTube. Make good content and put it in visible places. That's what I did. Tried to do better than other videos that I was watching. made my tutorials, put them in places where you're allowed to promote videos, which is probably not as tolerated these days because there's more people trying to do it. But yeah, you know, you just gotta make better videos. Learn how to tag if you're really passionate about it, and you do want to put in the time and effort. Learn how to do tag and SEO optimization, and when you learn about what those things are and learn how to do them, chances are your videos have got a better chance of attracting viewers. It takes time to learn those things though. Don't expect it all overnight. Epic K9 says, good tip for getting subs, make vids you enjoy making and upload them a bit. Yeah, absolutely. I mean, I've said it many times before. Priority number one is always to have fun. If you're not having fun, there isn't really too much point to doing YouTube, is there? You know? So that's a priority. Marilyn Miner says, but then again, if they want to send you $100, why not take it? Because it'd be a bit cruel to scan someone out on that, would it not? Like, the whole joke is just that it's a pyramid scheme. Like, you say, hey, want to make, you know, $100? Send me $100 and I'll tell you how. And it's like, put up a sign like I did. Oh. The Royal Cortex says, bye X, hope you're having a great evening. I am having a great evening. Thanks for asking. Or thanks for wishing, even. We need basalt now. Oi! We need to get basalt from Iskall. I'm going to harass him. Iskall 89. We got a cheer here from Marilyn Miner, throwing some bits at me, saying, been enjoying Hunt the Hermit. Happy New Year. Thank you so much. I appreciate the support. Also, we got a new subscriber from Chipmunk46. Thank you for subscribing to the channel. Hope you're enjoying today's stream. Why can't we get a reply from Iskall? Iskall 80. Don't reply. That's who this guy is. Jeez. He's probably alt-tabbed. Probably alt and tabbed. We've got another new tab here. It's Alligator Teresa. Thank you, Alligator Teresa. Thank you for subscribing. Appreciate the support. Hope you're enjoying the stream. Okay, so we've built a lot more. It's amazing how much time this takes to do this stuff. I think we might be wise. Let's try the hammer here. Like, how's the hammer going to help? Can it do a really big area? It's probably pretty good, actually. I don't want to go too close to some stuff, though. Hi, why did it... No, don't do that! Thanks. It's kind of annoying when it does that. That's might be a little bit quicker than the instant mine. Should definitely make a big difference. Can I instant mine when I'm flying, is my next question. No. No, I cannot. Maybe with a bit more haste. Iskall's crashing the server, says Jaden Zombie Slayer. Do you know what? Oh wait, what did he say? Oh, he said BRB. When he logs on, sometimes it lags. We'll find out. Maybe we can get him to come have a look at this place as well. Cousin Dimitri says Rogue One was trash. Thanks for letting me know. I'll probably get round to watching. I wasn't terribly excited for it, you know. Like, I kind of like Star Wars, but I don't think anything will excite me. You know, like nothing's ever going to be as great as those original movies. That's why it's so great, you know, because the three of them were just absolutely brilliant pieces of cinema. And then when they made the first three, those were so awful. They really tarnished. But it can never be like, those things rarely come back stronger. I think one of the only things in recent memory that's come back stronger is Mad Max. But then again, like, it was never that great. It was sort of like a bit of an alright film for being a bit different. Maybe I'm wrong about that. Maybe some people really like Mad Max. The one says, Rogue One was super good, you fool. Apparently Rogue One is better than The Force Awakens. That's good. Okay, apparently a lot of people saying it's better than expected. Jeez. Now I want to see it. Harry Potter died at the end of Rogue One, says Shevab Musclay. Brilliant. That's brilliant. Why don't you do an atomic disassembler, says clad. I don't know what that is, so that's why I haven't done that. Jeez. He's not back yet, is he? We need the Iskal full. Can I be installing... I could install some of this purple, actually, instead of removing the glass. Zombie says it's better than all the other Star Wars movies. Jeez, that's going to be an unpopular opinion. I mean, it can't be better than The Empire Strikes Back. That's some classic stuff right there. It's a classic, man. Rogue One hits the field, says Master DJV. Oh, it does sound like a lot of people really singing its praises. Snape kills Jack Sparrow. Oh dear. Tim Jim says the Star Trek reboot is pretty incredible. I'm actually quite disappointed with the Star Trek reboot, but I think it depends on what you want from it. Like, the first reboot of Star Trek looked really good. I have only seen the first one. It looks like it just went all action cliche after that. Like, the trailers for the latest Star Trek just... Oh, they just don't seem like about what Star Trek's supposed to be about. Like, for me, Star Trek is about dialogue and ideas. And that's from someone who's watched The Next Generation. That's the one that I like. And it doesn't have those sort of qualities, as far as I can tell. Jason420 says purple blocks look like the topping of party rings. Yeah, party rings. I know exactly what you're on about. How did you feel about The Force Awakens, says J-Dude? I thought it was good. I thought it was solid. Like... It was alright, but I think a great way to assess if you like something or not is to think about how much it like lingers in your mind. That's what I have with records. It's like there's some records I listen to and I kind of like appreciate on a level where it's like, yeah, what they're doing here is really cool and that's clever and oh, I like where they're going with that. But then if you're not thinking about it in a month, like how good is it? Because there's some stuff that I listen to and you can't get it out of your head. Like, it's so good. I think it should be the same. Well, sometimes it's the same with movies because it was good. I really liked it, but it's not like Star Wars where you could just start up a conversation about it and talk about it for hours because there's loads to talk about with the Star Wars movies. It's like it's kind of forgettable some parts of it. I don't know what I'm trying to say. Jeez, I ain't got a clue. Let's see if he's back yet. Dark Samus says, I enjoy the classic Star Trek episodes. I get the impression that the classic ones are sort of like Next Generation, but maybe not quite as good. I guess that would depend on your opinion of it, though. Like, it's supposed to be similar with the whole, like, delving into the ideas of... what would be the right way of explaining it? I think you could say that the Next Generation kind of throws a little bit of philosophy into each lesson. Like it gets you to think and look at things. Maybe it does a bit of that. Mason Smithy says, I've been doing YouTube for 2 years and I have 60 subs and I am 11 years old and I do have a good channel. Alert, my channel is Gaming Golden Yoshi. Dude, don't advertise him. Rule number 1 of trying to get going on YouTube is don't advertise on someone else's YouTube/stream. Bad practice, man. Bad practice. Like, I don't ever recall subscribing to someone because they asked me to on someone else's channel. And you'll probably find it's the same for you. How are we doing on this pick? It's good. It's got its durability. I'll feed it a little bit more XP. And where is this guy, man? We need some basalt. We're running out here. We're running out of basalt. Tim says, see what you mean. I feel the actors were pretty good at it. I like the Voyager series. Perhaps that's why I like the film. By the way, my name is Tim, TJ Tim. Oh, got it. Thank you, my man. I did like Voyager, but I didn't like Captain Janeway that much. Like, I felt like her character just sort of swayed back and forth. Like, sometimes she was, stand by the book, we'll do it by the rules. And then sometimes, like, throw the book out the window, we'll do it our own way. Like, and it just felt like there wasn't a lot of consistency with her character on how she approached doing things. Which is why, I don't know, like, that's sort of like grinds you a little bit sometimes about a character if you're into how characters are in a show. Let's go and grab something. What was I going to grab? Basalt. I was going to grab basalt. I wanted to make some basalt stairs. We are currently out of basalt. There's a little bit of basalt right there. Maybe we'll steal that. Maybe we'll steal some other basalt as well. Jeez. Where's this guy when you need him, man? Let's message him again. Right. We'll try to make a little bit, I guess. And then, wait a minute, like, basalt stairs look kind of different, don't they? Ah, that's weird. So that's a different type of basalt. Get that Swede out of his Escallion bath, says Tree. Indeed. X make a void or resource miner, says Elliot. That was kind of my plan to do that in the future. It feels like the more I put it off, the more I need it, which makes a lot of sense, actually. Zombie says, this gal's on vacation when you need him. It's true. It's true, he does go on... He's not on vacation, is he? He's on business trip. Hi. Are they the same type? They're not. Uh-oh. Well, it's a good thing we didn't make a lot of them. Which one are we building with, then? That's really weird. So we got this one. So I made the wrong one. What one have I been using, then? Jeez. So apparently there is a quark one is what we need to look for. So that's quark. Well, I could have swore I just clicked on that, but no. That's quark. We're using environmental tech. That makes sense. So where's high? Basalt? Slightly brighter? Yeah. Ever so slightly brighter. Well, it's a good thing we only made 8 of those. These ones. Bam. 42. We can build a little bit more somewhere else. Harry Potter trivia. What book does Hermione take from the library that teaches her how to brew polyjuice potion? Jeez, that is some trivia. I ain't got a clue. I ain't got a clue. In before all the pros come into chat and let me know. We got some noises in my ear. We got a new subscriber with Real Unicorn Prez. Thank you for subscribing, my man. Appreciate it. Really do. And this is seriously using the last of our... Zombie says business trip, air quotes. Yeah, business trip. Apparently, someone says. Nah, I'm only messing. Is it me or is that one like... maybe it's... Yeah, I'm probably just imagining things here. Seems like it's a little bit off for some reason. Fight for Diamonds says, hi, just got on. What have you been doing? We have been building this ginormous structure in the end. You can see how slow and time consuming it is to do this stuff when you watch a live stream. It ain't no easy job. I mean, it might be modded. I might be able to fly, but man, this stuff just goes on and on. I think if this were creative mode and I had like world edit, that'd be awesome because I could just copy paste blocks from one side to the other. That's actually an interesting idea because modded really gives me this feel like it's so much closer to creative building. Why don't I just creative build when I want to do builds? I think maybe I should think about that in the future. Like maybe a really light mod pack with building blocks, you know, forget all the tech. Just have the building blocks and do crazy epic builds. But I don't know if I could last that long doing that stuff, you know. Have world edit on a server and just do build stuff. So yeah, X, does Biffa's shop sell basalt? Says Crazy About Maths. I think it might do, but I should probably just speak to Biffa about it and set up a trade. Because using his shop thing can be kind of slow. Let's get rid of this pillar in the middle. Anyway, peeps, I hope you've enjoyed this building that we've done here. Haven't got as much as I would have liked to have done. That seems to always be the case because this actually takes hours to do. And yeah, a bit of a shorter stream today, but that's how it's going to be. Listen up, don't go anywhere. We're going to do a raid on Tango Tech on Beam. I want to send you guys over there to a different streaming platform to check out what he is up to. So I will have a link for you shortly. It just occurred to me that I don't know his Beam off by heart, so I'm going to have to try and find it for you. But anyway, I want to say a massive thank you to everyone who has donated today and resubscribed and subscribed and cheered, and all of you that have hung out in chat. Appreciate you all. Hope you enjoyed the stream. Hope you enjoyed the music. And I've got Tango's link right here, so I'm going to put it in chat. Of course, I can't host him because he's on a different service, but I'm going to send you over to Tango. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you later. Bye bye.